This AIO cooler is able to keep my i7-9700K at 4.6 GHz, all 8 cores, under 70C under max load. This is a great AIO. Corsair just came out with custom cooling kits now and can't wait to try one out. I'm quite happy with the H115i RGB Platinum. Don't really care for RGB but got it after trying a Kraken X62. The mount system on the 115i Platinum is miles ahead, not a flimsy plastic assembly but well-built solid metal, reminding me of some old Intel coolers. It was super easy to install it compared to the Kraken's plastics, Google washers and loose backplate. Looks good and it is quite efficient. I'm getting about 0C idle and around 75C load on a 9700K overclocked to 5.1 GHz. It's also pretty quiet and the software is very decent, especially if you have more than one Corsair device. Also no annoying always-on DRM-like features or scammy telemetry like with NZXT's awful cam software. The awesome metal backplate alone is worth getting this versus the older plastic Corsairs or the Kraken. Tubing is also a bit more flexible and was easier to install vertically with the entry at the bottom to avoid air bubbles. Only doubt now is durability/reliability. 100% so far but we'll update the review if that changes. This was not hard to install. It also works great and is probably overkill for anything I would ever use it for. Here's the thing, it works great as a CPU cooler doing exactly what it's supposed to do. The thing is, it comes with those special Leviathan fans that can spin up super high, like really high. The downside is, they only have 4 LEDs and they don't match the LL series fans that well. The actual cooler part that goes over the CPU has very complex lighting with 16 LEDs but again it doesn't really match the fans. I bought the large size with 140mm fans. I have a full tower that's massive and if I would have bought the 120mm I could have fit this thing on the bottom of the case a little more out of the way and I wish I would have done that. You can see in the pictures how it kinda throws off my look of my computer. It's on the top front of my case. I bought a small radiator to put under that last fan to make them even but I didn't install it in the end. I'm not going to know of stars for that though, it does what it's supposed to do. This AIO has worked great for me. Keeps my 9900K around 40C usually just idling and doing simple tasks. Running Cinebench the temps will hit a max of 75C. Once the loads are over it dissipates heat really fast and drops temps quickly usually withing a couple seconds. Gaming the temps stay around 50C. Usually inaudible the fans are noticeable when under heavy loads. The RGB on them is kinda dim. I might change them to LL fans later on to get better lighting. I knew that this was a good cooler but I also thought the fans were going to be pretty loud but not really. It's been mostly quiet for the time I've been using it but it will get loud the hotter the PC so the fans will run faster. I usually put it on quiet mode is where I usually have it but at Toda. I love this cooler. Between the easy-to-use software and the color customization flexibility it's a great addition to my rig cooling my i7-9700K just fine. I upgraded my Corsair H80i with this H115i just to get a bit more cooling from my overclocked 4790K. I was running at 4.3 GHz and it would hit a bit over 80C with a 100% load with the H80i. With the H115i and the 4790K at 4.6 GHz it hits under 80C with a 100% load. Click link in description for more reviews.